എല്ലാം കണക്ട്
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful, peace, blessing be upon our beloved Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. It's my pleasure to deliver the greetings. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and very good morning to all of you. On behalf of the Faculty of Islamic Studies and Arabic Language, we feel privileged to welcome you all to the inauguration ceremony of the 9th International Symposium conducted by the Faculty of Islamic Studies and Arabic Language, Southeastern University of Sri Lanka. تتشرف كلية الدراسات الإسلامية واللغة العربية بجامعة جنوب شرق سريلانكا بإقامة مؤتمرها الدولي التاسع لعام 2022. فنرحب بجميع الحضور من الأساتذة الكرام والأكاديميين وغير الأكاديميين ومقدمي الأوراق البحثية في هذا المؤتمر الدولي التاسع الذي تقيمه كلية الدراسات الإسلامية واللغة العربية بجامعة جنوب شرق سريلانكا. The theme of the 9th International Symposium is Socio-Economic Development through Arabic and Islamic Studies. وتتمحور الفكرة الرئيسية لهذا المؤتمر بعنوان التغيير الاجتماعي والاقتصادي عبر الدراسات العربية والإسلامية. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor to invite the chairman of the 9th International Symposium and the dean of the Faculty of Islamic Studies in Arabic Language, Professor Dr. Hassan Al-Zahir, and I have the privilege of inviting our chief guest, the Vice Chancellor of Southeastern University of Sri Lanka, Professor Dr. Ravi Sarwatan, and the keynote speaker, Associate Professor Dr. Asma Abdul Rahman, Academy of Islamic Studies, University Malaya. And I extend my warm welcome to the head of the Department of Islamic Studies, Dr. R.A. Sarjun, the acting head of the Department of Arabic Language, Professor Dr. A. Razi, the Assistant Registrar of the Faculty of Islamic Studies and Arabic Language, the Professor, Deans, Heads, the Librarian, University Council members, the Registrar, Acting Bursar, academic and non-academic staff members, moderators, paper presenters, and invitees, and my dear brothers and sisters. I warmly welcome you all. سيداتي وسادتي المبشرون، نبتدئ هذا المؤتمر بتلاوة آيات من القرآن الكريم يتلوها الأخ عبد الحكم ويترجم معانيها باللغة الإنجليزية الأخ محمد بن حاج، فليتفضل مشكورا. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for us to formally commence the program with the religious observance. So, I kindly invite Mr. Abdul Hakam to recite a few verses from the Quran, and for the English translation, I would like to invite Mr. Muhammad bin Haj on stage.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أقم الصلاة لدلوك الشمس إلى غسق الليل وقرآن الفجر إن قرآن الفجر كان مشهودا ومن الليل فتهجد به نافلة لك عسى أن يبعثك ربك مقاما محمودا وقل رب أدخلني مدخل صدق وأخرجني مخرج صدق واجعل لي من لدنك
In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Observe the prayer from the decline of the sun until the darkness of the night and the dawn prayer. For certainly the dawn prayer is witnessed by angels. And rise at the last part of the night, offering additional prayers, so your Lord may raise you to a station of praise. And say, my Lord, grant me an honorable entrance and an honorable exit, and give me a supporting authority from yourself. And declare, the truth has come, and falsehood has vanished. Indeed, falsehood is bound to vanish. We send out the Quran as a healing and mercy for the believers, but it only increases the wrongdoers in loss. When we grant people our favors, they turn away, acting arrogantly, but when touched with evil, they lose all hope. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Hakam and Minhaj, for your mesmerizing recitation and English translation. Without further delay, let's move on the agenda. I kindly invite the entire gathering to rise and pay attention to the national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the inauguration ceremony of the 9th International Symposium conducted by the Faculty of Law Studies of Southeastern University of Sri Lanka. We are very excited because this symposium has attracted some of the Indian as well as Malaysian scholars. So, with such a diverse and dynamic representation in our audience, we are indeed proud. أنتهي من البرنامج كلمة الترحيب ويلقيها الأستاذ الدكتور محمد مزاحر رئيس المؤتمر الدولي التاسع وعميد كلية الدراسات الإسلامية واللغة العربية بجامعة جنوب شرق سريلانكا فليتفضل مشكورا. To formally welcome all of you, I call upon the chairman of the 9th International Symposium and the Dean of the Faculty of Islamic Studies and Arabic Language, Professor Dr. Islam Mazahir, to deliver the welcome address. Sir, the floor is for you.
Honorable Professor Dr. the Vice Chancellor, Southeastern University of Sri Lanka, Associate Professor Dr. Asma Abdul Rahman, Academy of Islamic Studies, University of Malaya, Malaysia, Dr. I. Sajum, the Head Department of Islamic Studies, Dr. A. M. Razik, Acting Head Department of Arabic Language, Mr. H.M.A. Hilmi, the coordinator of 9th International Symposium of the Faculty of Islamic Studies and Arabic Language, Southeastern University of Sri Lanka. This is A.R.F. Begum, the secretary, Mr. M.T. Habibullah, the treasurer, Ms. M.M.F. Fahima, the assistant secretary, the deans of the faculties, the heads of the departments, Mr. S. Prashant, the assistant registrar, Faculty of Islamic Studies and Arabic Language, professors, senior lecturers and lecturers, the librarian, the registrar, the acting Garza, administrative staff, non-academic staff, the paper presenters, the scholars, media personnel, and my dear students. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Peace be upon you all. As the chairman of the 9th International Symposium of the Faculty of Islamic Studies and Arabic Language, I am really honored and delighted to welcome you all today. As all of you are aware, one of the essential functions of the universities is the creation and dissemination of knowledge. Accordingly, the Faculty of Islamic Studies and Arabic Language has been conducting international research conferences annually. I am happy to say that this is the 9th such successful international symposium under the theme Socio-Economic Development through Arabic and Islamic Studies. The world we live in is facing a severe economic crisis that the global economy may be on the edge of a new crisis, while still recovering from the COVID-19 pandemic. Several shocks have hit the world economy that has already been weakened by the pandemic. Higher than expected inflation worldwide, the war in Ukraine, pushing up food and commodity prices, geopolitics and economic uncertainties, risk of poverty and hunger. It is projected that these factors have led the world economy to grow by only 3.1% in 2022 and 2023, marking substantial downward revisions of 0.9 and 0.4 percentage points respectively from the previous forecast released in January 2022. In the meantime, Sri Lanka, our motherland, is currently experiencing the worst economic crisis in recorded history. When Sri Lanka achieved independence in 1948, its economy was one of the best in Asia. But things have gone increasingly downhill since then. Sri Lanka's current economic crisis is a result of several years of mismanagement, corruption, short-sighted policymaking, and an overall lack of good governance. Insufficient foreign reserves at Sri Lanka's central bank and loss of access to international capital markets resulted in the country defaulting on debt for the first time in history. Unchecked external borrowings, tax cuts that widen the existing budget deficit, the chemical fertilizer import ban, and the sudden floating of the Sri Lankan rupee are among several factors that contributed to the economic collapse. Tourism, together with apparel and tea exports, are some of the Sri Lanka's main income sources that have been affected in recent years due to the various internal and external factors, such as the 2019 Easter Sunday attack, followed by COVID-19 in 2020. Now the economic crisis presents multiple challenges, including severe threats to nutrition, food security, healthcare, and education. In this context, what role or contribution do Muslim intellectuals, in particular, and the Muslim Ummah at large, make in this crisis situation? It is the mandatory responsibility of Muslim scholars to make a scholarly contribution to uplift the economy of this island. Based on that, Muslim scholars and researchers can offer some alternative ideas to utilize natural resources in an effective manner and suggest ways to increase the circulation of money in such a way that it is distributed justly among people rather than being controlled and monopolized by a few. They can provide a deep insight into the functioning of the no-interest banking system. They can offer the collection and distribution of zakah as a viable means to help people circulate the money to uplift the marginalized and weaker section of society. They can suggest new ideas to make resources more efficient without destroying the environment. They can mobilize their community to devote their energy toward volunteer service programs that would benefit their neighborhoods. They can offer productive ideas to attract Arab and Muslim tourists from Middle East and other countries. They can also recommend some efficient methods to utilize the Islamic economics tools such as zakah, sadaqah, waqf, wasiyah, hiba, and warasa in a widely benefited way. The theme of the 9th International Symposium of the Faculty of Islamic Studies in Arabic language is significant and appropriate in light of the aforementioned facts. This theme has attracted local and overseas researchers. I am happy to state that 74 research papers were received from local and international researchers from different disciplines in all 4 languages: Tamil, Sinhala, English, and Arabic. Out of them, 49 papers have been recommended by internal and external reviewers as suitable for presentation. Due to the economic crisis situation in the country, the steering committee of the symposium decided to conduct the symposium via Zoom technology. The Faculty of Islamic Studies and Arabic Language is committed to maintaining, encouraging, and improving its standard in academic and research activities. I feel it is my duty to express my gratitude to the keynote speaker, Associate Professor Dr. Asma Abdul Rahman, Academy of Islamic Studies, University Malaya, Malaysia, who was the supervisor for my PhD thesis. Indeed, we are honored to have an expert and a researcher in the relevant field as the keynote speaker from a friendly nation, Malaysia. Thank you very much, Madam. Finally, I wish to express my gratitude to the chief guest, Professor Abu Bakr Rameez, Vice Chancellor of Southeastern University of Sri Lanka, chairpersons, distinguished guests, scholars, paper presenters, the organizing committee, university academic and administrative staff, the faculty staff and the students of their fullest assistance and enormous cooperation to make this historic event a success. I also wish to extend my thanks to all who supported us directly and indirectly during the different stages to make this symposium a successful event. I sincerely hope you will find this symposium both enjoyable and valuable. I pray Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for success of this symposium. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor, for the warm welcome. وتليه دعوة الأستاذ الدكتور رميز أبو بكر الضيف الرئيسي لهذا المؤتمر ونائب المستشار لجامعة جنوب شرق سريلانكا لإلقاء كلمة الضيف الرئيسي فليتفضل مشكور. At this remarkable moment, it's my honor to invite our chief guest, the Vice Chancellor of Southeastern University of Sri Lanka, Professor Dr. Rameez Abu Bakr, to enter the gathering. Sir, the stage is for you.
Professor Mazari, the chairman of the 9th International Symposium of Faculty of Islamic Studies in Arabic 2022, Deans of Faculties, Bursa, Coordinator, Mr. Hilmi, coordinator of this conference, and Professor Asma Abdul Rahman, keynote speaker from University of Malaya, Malaysia, Mrs. Begum, the Secretary of 9th International Symposium of Faculty of Islamic Studies 2022, Dr. Sarjun, the head of the Department of Islamic Studies, and other heads of the department, Mr. Razik Maulavi, the acting head of the Department of Arabic, and all the senior heads of the department, senior lecturers, academic staff members, administrative staff members, non-academic staff members, my dear students, and other distinguished guests, including the media personnel. Good morning. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Indeed, it's a great pleasure for me to present here as the chief guest of this event, and thank you very much for having me as the chief guest of this August assembly. The theme of the 9th International Symposium of Faculty of Islamic Studies 2022 is very apt because it talks about the socio-economic development through Arabic and Islamic studies. As we are aware, Sri Lanka is going through a turbulent time, economic crisis. An increased level of poverty remains as a major problem across the country due to fiscal and financial deficits in the country. And we have seen that we have had secondary effects of COVID-19 and Russian-Ukraine conflict that aggravated the situation more and more in the country. In 2020 only, 2.4 million people, equivalent to 11% of the total population in Sri Lanka, lived under the poverty line in Sri Lanka. As you know, the scarcity of foreign exchange that we experience in the Sri Lankan context right now makes it very difficult for the people, for Sri Lanka specifically, to import essential items like medicine, fuel, fertilizer, and food, and so on and so forth. And of course, we are going through a long duration of power cuts caused by fuel shortage in the country. That also disrupt the public services and industries functioning in the country. We have about an estimated of 5.7 million people who are in need of assistance. 5.7 million people who are in need of assistance right now. And of them, 1.7 million people are highly vulnerable, including children, women head of household, persons with disabilities, and so on and so forth. So, all in all, we are going through a crisis period. This crisis period resulted in mass protests, riots, and so on and so forth. And what we have witnessed over the last few months is a manifestation of those kinds of struggles and riots and so on and so forth. Therefore, we as scholars have an enormous responsibility to do something to get out of this morass, get out of this crisis that we are in. Thankfully, gladly, we have right now entered into a staff level agreement with IMF. So in times to come, we will receive about 2.9 billion rupees, that is almost 750 million per month for 4 years. So the money will come in tranches. Therefore, that will definitely give boost confidence. That will definitely lift the confidence of investors and of course our debtors, like countries, friendly nations who are in good terms with us. So we may be able to renegotiate, restructure the debt that we owe to those countries. Actually, I think we may be able to get out of this morass. We may be able to get out of this crisis in times to come. However, as scholars, we have a bounden duty to do something. We have scholars in this faculty who have expertise in Islamic studies and Arabic, and of course in socio-economic aspects as well. So you have an enormous responsibility on your shoulders as scholars to do something. As scholars, what we can do is, we can do some researches. The reason for this economic crisis, and what we can do as scholars to get out of this economic crisis. And socio-economic conditions are getting worse to worse, very bad to worse. It is exacerbating day to day. And we have enormous responsibility to focus upon all those aspects, on how we can lift the conditions and uplift the conditions of people who are in the downturn, in the below the level of poverty, and who are facing crisis day to day. And I need to highlight one of the quotes from the Honorable Minister Minister of Education, Dr. Sushil Premchand, he has recently highlighted the importance of researchers in the country. He said in a speech that we have about 24.5 million people in the country in Sri Lanka right now. And we need to have 22,000 researchers for the 24.5 million people. But unfortunately, we have about only 5,000 researchers across the country. And of which only 2,000 researchers are practical researchers. And rest of them, 3,000 researchers, are theoretical researchers. Of course, we need to have more researchers, more number of researchers, more number of applied researchers, practical researchers. However, unfortunately, we have only 5,000 researchers. So as a higher education institution, the institution focuses primarily on research. We have to produce more number of researchers who can focus upon socio-economic conditions. And we have to produce more empirical as well as more practical oriented researchers actually who can focus on current crisis. So therefore, these kinds of forum, these kinds of international symposium provides a space, a platform for the researchers to present their research findings and discuss those findings that will definitely reflect in the policy making and planning process of the country as well. So therefore, I think all these scholars, all these researchers who have gathered here physically as well as online, virtually, will discuss the more important aspects of robust importance and come out with various, policy making, come up with various solutions that will impact on policy making process in the country. I think, and I'm sure that this faculty has number of more senior and more talented people, more potentially qualified people in terms of research. You have an enormous responsibility, senior research people. You have an enormous responsibility to mold and shape the younger generations towards research. As long as you collaborate and cooperate with younger generation, shape the younger generations towards research, there will be more number of researchers in the universities, not only in the Faculty of Islamic Studies, but across the faculties, across the universities. So therefore, the senior members of this faculty will have to work together in order to produce more practical-oriented researchers and publication as well. So therefore, I highly encourage all those staff members, all those staff members, seniors and juniors, to join collaboratively work in the joint research project. Focusing upon practical aspects of research. Index journal that will definitely raise the impact of our university as well, ranking of our university all here. So therefore, this is a solid forum for the researchers and scholars who have gathered here across the country, across the world as well, not only from India and Malaysia, across the world as well. So you can have a robust discussion and come up with various solutions that will definitely impact on policy making process of the country for the development of the socio-economic development of the country in the future. Therefore, I wish you all the very best for all the entire team of the organizing committee of 9th International Symposium of Faculty of Islamic Studies, and I wish you all the very best for the paper presenters and scholars, that you will have interesting and enlightening sessions throughout the day during this conference, and therefore I wish you all the very best for the entire team, and including the paper presenters and the organizing team. And thank you very much for having me here. Thank you very much once again.
Thank you, Minister. You made all of us proud with your Indian work in the growing research culture in Southeastern University. Sir, we know that you are packed with a tight schedule. However, you made your way through here. Thank you so much, sir, for your presence here. Now, it's time for the most remarkable event on the agenda, the launching of the book of abstract. I have the honor of inviting the chairman of the 9th International Symposium, Professor Dr. Islam Mazahir, and our chief guest, the Vice Chancellor of Southeastern University of Sri Lanka, Professor Dr. Rami Sardar. The chairman of the symposium will present the book of abstract. The chief guest will speak. Thank you, Professor, for launching the book of abstract. At the moment, we are delighted to introduce the keynote speaker. For this, we invite the coordinator of the 9th International Symposium, Mr. H.M.A. Hindi, to introduce the keynote speaker. Sir, the podium is for you.
Chairman, Chief Guest, distinguished guests, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Very good morning. I am privileged to introduce our guest of honor and keynote speaker, Associate Professor Dr. Asma Abdul Rahman. Being a native of Malaysia, she graduated from University of Malaya in the field of Islamic economics and Sharia in 1997. She pursued her master's degree and doctoral degree at the same university in the field of economics and Sharia in 2002 and 2005 respectively. Dr. Asma is an associate professor in Sharia and economics at the Department of Sharia and Economics, Islamic insurance, Takaful, Islamic economics, Islamic banking, comparative economic development, and economics of work are her areas of interest in teaching and research. She has been serving as an academic at the University of Malaya since 2005. During her career, Prof. Asma has held a variety of administrative positions. She has been head several times in the Department of Sharia and Economics. She has participated in numerous academic forums and committees as the coordinator, director, consultant, reviewer, evaluator, speaker, treasurer, and member. She has rendered her service as the chief editor and the managing editor for a number of journals and has obtained numerous fellowships in her specialized field. Prof. Asma has membership in many professional bodies. She is a registered Sharia advisor, a member of Sharia Advisors Association of Islamic Finance Malaysia, a member of International Council of Islamic Finance ICP, and a member of Research Association of Malaysia. She is currently serving as a Sharia advisor in the Securities Commission of Malaysia. Prof. Asma has published numerous research and creative works. She has authored 3 articles in Web of Science, 11 articles in Scopus, 5 articles in ESCI journals, 87 articles in Rapid journals, 31 books, and 38 articles in proceedings. She has also been involved in 50 consultancy projects and 46 research projects and supervised 70 dissertations, including master's and PhD theses. Her academic achievements have been recognized with many different awards. She has been recipient of 56 awards, including Asian Universities Alliance Scholars Award, an Excellence Service Award from the University of Malaya. We are so lucky that she has managed to find time to be with us today, despite the distance and her hectic schedule. Prof. Asma, the online platform is over to you.
Thank you very much, sir, for the brief introduction. وتتشرف كلية الدراسات الإسلامية واللغة العربية بدعوة الأستاذة المشاركة والدكتورة أسماء عبد الرحمن لتقدم كلمة المؤتمر في المؤتمر الدولي التاسع الذي تقيمه كلية الدراسات الإسلامية واللغة العربية في قاعة الاستماع. فلتتفضل مشكورة عبر الزوم. Coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, is a much awaited item on the agenda because it's the time for us to pay attention to our keynote speaker, and it is indeed an honor for us. Let's have the pleasure of listening to the keynote speaker, virtually delivered by Associate Professor Dr. Asma Abdul Rahman, Academy of Islamic Studies, University Malaya. Ma'am, the virtual platform is for you.
can be implemented to support regional economic development. Factors that can include the data collection, exploring new areas of web, that fall in the category of data and also is attached to our problem. The Quran does not limit data to a specific type of work. I mentioned that the different of financial assets that can be understood and derived early that asset is available. First is about the default. And remember the word al-an'am. وهو الذي أنشأ جنات معروشات وأرض معروشات والنخل والزرع مختلفا أصوله والزيتون والرمان متشابهة غير متشابه كل من ثمره إذا أثمر وأثمر يوم Think of their fruit when they come to fruition and take food on the day of harvesting. So this is understood that it is the And in another word, in Surah Al-Baqarah, verse 267, يا أيها الذين آمنوا أنفقوا من طيبات ما كسبتم ومما أخرجنا لكم من الأرض. So all you will believe, and of the rich things which you have earned, and of that which we bring forth from the earth for you. So, except for this item, the Quran mentions zakat in general, and the word amwal or asset of wealth is used in the plural form. For instance, in Surah Al-Baqarah 103, Kul min amwalihim sadaqah. So, based on the Quran verses, the question is, what kind of wealth or amwal are subject to zakat in this modern current economic scenario? Is the salary of professionals such as teachers, lecturers, doctors, and lawyers are subject to zakat? Young farmers who calculate fees have to pay zakat on their income. And if told how much zakat they have to pay, this aspect needs to be studied and more research needs to be done on the additional type of assets that should be subject to zakat. Of course, that refers to the expertise of who master the kinds of influence which one studies Sunnah and also the Arabic language instead, so that the investigating scholars can issue their professional opinion based on proper and rigorous research. These new types of rights are identified that fulfill the condition of zakat and are included in this category. The amount of collected zakat will increase and more people can be helpful with it. On the management of zakat collection, it is also very important when trying to achieve its effective distribution. How to increase awareness to pay zakat non-Muslims? How to motivate zakat payers to all the type of their zakatable wealth? First, the practice of tax distribution by the zakat payers from the zakati with the argument that zakat is part of worship or ibadah truly or to verify one's excessive wealth. Or just the zakat collected, monitored by an official army, reach more of deserving score. When the evidence is shown from the perspective of the real tax or on the land, and the discussion of the Fuqaha, different opinions on this matter come into light. So like in Surah Al-Baqarah, put in amwalihim. Okay? So the Fuqaha argue that based on this Quranic word, zakat should be paid to the legitimate ruler or institution and should not be distributed privately and interested. According to a hadith, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam sent his companion collect zakat. Therefore, research should be done on what is the most effective way to collect data by legitimate data authority so that it can be collected, managed, and distributed correctly and fairly. For example, data can be collected at the counter through online banking and other mechanisms through data authority. The data authority also can appoint a representative or wakil to collect data on their behalf. For example, the employer can be appointed as wakil to collect data from his employee and then hand it over to the data authority who then will distribute data to the outcome. In Malaysia, for example, those who pay data to the authority zakat, they are given a tax rebate and also wakalah zakat. The data authority can appoint the data payer to distribute the data on behalf of the data authority. So that means that the data payer will be appointed as wakil of the data authority to distribute a certain portion of the data payment to specific group of the asnaf, the poor, and the community. Whatever data can be given to an individual data payer or the company or institution, including universities, which are their employees are paying zakat. The benefit of wakalah zakat is that the data payer has paid zakat to the data authority when they will be given a receipt which can be submitted as evidence in the tax report to qualify for reduction. For example, if their tax is $1,000 and they have paid zakat for $400, they have to pay tax only $600. So wakalah zakat can empower the zakat payer and zakat recipient because they encourage the Muslims to pay the zakat to the authority because they are entitled to a tax rebate. At the same time, the wakalah zakat portion can be distributed to the asnaf by the zakat payer. So this practice can be estimated on the security to be implemented in Sri Lanka, which can benefit the society and achieve the socio-economic development because the zakat can be distributed more systematically. Ladies and gentlemen, another interesting aspect is the identity of the legitimate recipient of zakat. How are the deserving poor and needy recognized in the modern context? So in the Quran, in Surah Al-Tawbah, we know that it has been mentioned إنما الصدقات للفقراء والمساكين والعاملين عليها والمؤلفة قلوبهم وفي الرقاب والغارمين وفي سبيل الله وابن السبيل. So religions are for the poor, for the needy, and for those employed directly, for those whose heart will be brought together for Islam, and for slaves, and for those in debt, and on the day of Allah, and for the travelers. So for those impacted by COVID-19, for example, are they entitled to get zakat? And if yes, under which asnaf they can get zakat? Is it under poor and needy asnaf, under poor needy, or which category? So in general, how to determine poor and needy in the Sri Lankan Muslim community? Are they measured by the physical conditions of their house, or they are confirmed by the local imam? Based on the discussion by the Sahaba to determine the differences between the Fuqara and Masakin, they have to be translated into practical application. So according to the three major schools of the students, Maliki, Syafi'i, and Hanbali, the fakir and the miskin are not defined with regard to the nisab, but with satisfaction of their essential needs. Fakir or Fuqara is a person who has an income from satisfying his or her essential needs. For example, if he makes $100 a month and he only has 30 or 20, so they are fakir. On the other hand, miskin or masakin is someone who has an income from not much short of the satisfaction of essential needs. For example, if you make $100 a month and he has 70 or 80 or 90, so they are miskin or masakin. The issue is what is to be considered as essential needs. in the current situation, which can fulfill his needs as human beings. Research has to be done to evaluate the current needs, and each need should be examined to ensure it is in line with the Sharia. More research has to be done because new lifestyles might result in new needs that are considered as yet and may consider hajiyat in the past. Okay? So this also in line with the Quran dari Rajul Aslam di Kawajul Asma. So in Malaysia, for example, it is known as IntSymFIA, which always being revised, and the local authority will collaborate with the experts from the university to do research on component of needs and amount for each need to be determined. So the Department of Zakat, Wakaf and Hajj Malaysia has issued the basic components to evaluate the needs to determine IntSymFIA, which are food, attire, shelter, medicine, education and transportation. And for each component, it has to meet certain criteria. For example, food, referring to food for a living, not luxury food. So for specific food items, it may be considered as basic food nature in one country, and it may be seen as luxury food in other countries. So this means research has to be done thoroughly so that anything to include in the basket of food consumption is in line with the Sharia. Another reason is that the price of each element is always increasing due to the economic situation. For example, the price of food is increasing due to inflation. Therefore, the total amount of IntSymFIA increases every year. Considering these findings, then the determination of market and miskin is more accurate. So, for example, in year 2019, IntSymFIA was $100. But in year 2022, due to inflation and the economic crisis, it may increase to 150. So the impact is that if Muslim earns $100 in year 2019, he is not entitled to get zakat, but in year 2022, he is entitled to get zakat. So the calculation of IntSymFIA will also extend it to other family members, and the calculation of IntSymFIA can be attached to the Zakat Authority website in relationship. So at the university level, IntSymFIA for the students have been developed based on the nature of the need of the students by taking into account their parents' financial situation. Therefore, students who apply for Zakat can be given based on their status of fakir and miskin, and not to be generalized them as only as free sabilillah. So this assessment will be more accurate when the student also have been successful and being given zakat. Further, other group has to be considered such as women, Ibn Sabil, Fi Sabilillah, Mu'allaf population in the modern context, so that how to determine strength they are what it means, for example, in the modern context, what is the parameter? So that the distribution zakat will be more accurate and fulfill the conditions of the authority. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, in terms of wakaf, many innovative wakaf projects can be developed and realized. For example, cash wakaf, which can be used for the socio-economic development of the society. In the past, wakaf been used to provide important facilities such as madrasah, mosque and orphanage. Currently, most higher education institutions in Malaysia have established their own wakaf units to collect wakaf from students, lecturers, public, alumni, and corporates for the benefit of the university students. It also can nurture the culture of generous giving, impact, and a way of life since anyone can give a small cash wakaf online. Since the collection of cash wakaf will take time, it should not be left idle, and instead should be invested to generate income in form of Sharia compliance here in our state investment. Professional fund managers are required to invest the money, even though they have to be paid a certain fee for their professional services. This also the initiative of wakaf from share, dividend, or unit trust. Many initiatives have been undertaken to provide greater socio-economic opportunities to the society, such as wakaf machinery and equipment for Muslim migrant entrepreneurs to help them with their small businesses. Currently, temporary wakaf or wakaf mu'akkad has been proposed to encourage those who want others to benefit from their assets for a certain period of time, yet without turning it into a permanent wakaf asset. If the concept of wakaf mu'akkad takes hold, it is expected to give many additional benefits to the society. For example, in Malaysia, Islamic banking can allocate $1 million to buy a unit trust, and dividends for 1 to 3 years can be made as wakaf, and then principal will be returned to the bank. The dividends from the unit trust for 3 years can be spent on education, healthcare, and income generating projects. So in Malaysia, wakaf mu'akkad has been declared as permissible by the few wakaf authorities after thorough research. There is also the possibility to explore the feasibility of implementing wakaf mu'akkad in Sri Lanka for various wakaf projects which also can benefit the Muslim community in Sri Lanka. So in conclusion, all issues related to the collection, management, and distribution of wakaf and zakat should be analyzed from the Islamic perspective, and new initiatives should only be implemented if they benefit the socio-economic development of the Ummah. However, this area of research requires the involvement of scholars trained in usul fiqh, in fiqh, fiqh, Quran, Hadith, Arabic, and in Islamic studies. And also, we have to include another expert from economics, accounting, risk management, financing, and law. So with that, I conclude my keynote speech with Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and thank you very much for your attention.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am sure you all agree with us when we say that the keynote speech was insightful, knowledge-filled, and full of valuable lessons for the audience. Thank you so much, Professor, for your great insight. The next event on the agenda is awarding mementos. In that respect, I have the honor of inviting the chairman of the 9th International Symposium, Professor Dr. S. and our chief guest, the Vice Chancellor of Southeastern University of Sri Lanka, Professor Dr. Ravi Sarwar on stage. The memento for the keynote speaker will be received by the chairman from our chief guest and Senator Professor Asma Abdul Rahman in the hall. Thank you, Professor. I kindly request Professor on stage. Next, the chairman of the 9th International Symposium, Professor Dr. S. give away the memento to our chief guest, the Vice Chancellor of Southeastern University of Sri Lanka, Professor Dr. Ravi Sarwar. Next, our chief guest, Professor Dr. Rami Kabuatan, will present the memento to the chairperson of the symposium, Professor Dr. Rami IntSymFIA Mazahir. Thank you very much, Professor Mazahir. Now, the coordinator of the 9th International Symposium, Mr. H.M.A. Hilmi, will receive the memento from our chief guest, Professor Dr. Rami Kabuatan. Thank you so much, sir. Another memento will be awarded to the Secretary of the 9th International Symposium. I can't invite Mrs. A.R. Begum to receive the memento from our chief guest, Professor Dr. Rami Kabuatan. Thank you very much, sir. This will be followed by awarding of the memento to the Treasurer of the 9th International Symposium, Mr. M.T. Habibullah. I invite sir to receive the memento from our chief guest, Professor Dr. Rami Kabuatan. Thank you very much, sir. Next, I would like to invite the Assistant Secretary of the 9th International Symposium, Ms. M.M.F. Fahima, to receive the memento from our chief guest, Professor Dr. Rami Kabuatan. Thank you very much, Professor. Now, let's wind up the inauguration session with a word of thanks. I kindly invite the Secretary of the 9th International Symposium, Mrs. A.R. Begum, to propose a word of thanks. Ma'am, please.
In the name of Allah, the most gracious and most merciful. At the outset, I would like to extend my greetings to all. Assalamu alaikum and good morning. As the Secretary, I feel honored to propose the word of thanks on behalf of the Steering Committee of 9th International Symposium, Faculty of Islamic Studies in Arabic language. First of all, I express my gratitude to the Chief Guest, Professor Rami Kabuatan, Vice Chancellor, Southeastern University of Sri Lanka, for his continuous support in organizing this annual research event and for your gracious presence, Professor. I also wish to extend our sincere thanks to keynote speaker, Associate Professor Dr. Azma Abdul Rahman, attached to Academy of Islamic Studies, University Malaya, Malaysia, for accepting our showtime invitation and sharing with us her timely thought. Professor, we really appreciate you taking out time for us during your busy schedule. Your presence with us is a great source of inspiration. On behalf of the steering committee, I express a deep sense of the gratitude to the chairman of the 9th International Symposium 2022, Professor Dr. S.M. Mazahir, the Dean of the Faculty of Islamic Studies and Arabic Language, for his initiative, enormous support and interest in organizing a successful symposium. I also thank all the researchers for their innovative research ideas and enthusiastic participation in order to make this event a great successful. Therefore, I congratulate all of them. My heartfelt thanks go to all the eminent guests, invitees, and media personnel for honoring our invitation and being with us on the wonderful occasion. Moreover, a note of appreciation to the academia for their timely support and constructive feedback, which has indeed helped us in enhancing the quality of the manuscript in the proceeding. I appreciate the courage and effort of the steering committee in taking the whole responsibility in planning and organizing this event. My heartfelt gratitude to the Mr. H.M.A. Kimi, the coordinator, MM Fahima, Assistant Secretary, Mr. M.P. Habibullah, the treasurer, other members of the committee, the chairpersons, the panel coordinators, and panel assistants for their commitment and dedication. Guys, without your support, hosting a virtual platform would not have been a possibility. I thank you very much. Our thanks also go to the editorial committee and members of the subcommittees who have contributed immensely to the success of this symposium. My heartfelt gratitude goes to all the members of the academic staff, administrative staff, and non-academic staff of the Faculty of Islamic Studies and Arabic Language for their assistance. On behalf of the steering committee, we are looking forward to seeing you at the technical session. Thank you everyone for taking the time to be here today. I am so grateful for this opportunity. Have a blessed day.
Thank you so much, ma'am. نختم هذا البرنامج بدعاء وارد من الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. An announcement: the refreshment has been arranged for the guests in the senior common room, and the students, you may collect your refreshment in front of your auditorium. The technical session will commence at 11:30 a.m. Please log in to the panel link and enjoy the session.